The Hamilton Tiger-Cats beat the Saskatchewan Roughriders 30-15 on Friday night, and as he was the last 2 weeks, Jeff Matthews is the story again.
Absolutely, and as we had to take into account last week, Drew, the quality of the opposition, which was the best team in the league, we will take that into account this week, which was the worst team in the league and the worst pass defense. But really, Jeff Matthews was terrific. He was in control, very, very efficient, 2 or 3 huge plays, strong-armed, ran himself out of it, and a good game plan by Tommy Condell and Austin to sort of ramp it up, as you say.
The thing I really liked about Matthews' performance, other than some of the great throws, was 0 turnovers. No fumbles, no interceptions. That's been an issue for him the last couple of weeks, and he took that out of his game, as he said he would.
Well, and one of the things is, and probably the offensive line doesn't like this, 4 sacks, and I would say maybe one and a half of those were him resisting the urge to try and stretch a play a little farther, which could result in a fumble, which you certainly don't want. They had the lead most of the game, and he had to hang on to the ball. I agree with you. The lack of turnovers was the biggest part, I think, of his performance. And part of that is related to the other part. I think he was technically better. I think he stepped into the pocket a little more. The things that they've told us about him, that he's a little taller, he can see, he didn't have to move sometimes because he could see over the pass rush, those all helped. And it really didn't hurt that one of their best defenders went down in the first few minutes, Alex Hall, and I think he plays on the short side end. So,
one sort of humorous element to Matthews' night was his first touchdown pass went to his good friend, Luke Tasker. They played together at Cornell. They are close friends. Tasker took the ball, and as many offensive players have done this year, threw the ball into the stands. Sort of forgot, I think, that it was Matthews' first career CFL touchdown, and now they're trying to get the ball back.
That's right. And so if you have it, come to the Tiger Cats, and you'll get it replaced, and Drew will be tweeting that and writing about that on the blog as well.
The other thing that stood out for me in this game was the play of special teams. Again, the Ticats have now blocked 5 kicks on the year. The first one set up Matthews' touchdown pass, and I thought the defense overall, they got 2 long touchdown passes, but overall bottled up the Saskatchewan offense quite well.
And really, when you look at the one, Drew, that happened over here, that was just clearly that wasn't bad play. It just was a missed assignment or something like, or a misunderstanding of what it is. That's not a big deal in this kind of game. I really thought, and Eric Norwood returned, and really he's only played 1 month all year. He was a little bit worried about it, but coming in at defensive end, he did a great job. Got a knockdown too, didn't he? I think, and he made in his first drive. In the first drive, he was able to make a tackle for a loss as well. So. It's looking up a little bit for these guys.
Well, I was just going to ask you, offense scores 30 points, defense generates some turnovers, limits them to 0 points in the first half, and special teams generates some big plays as well. Are the Ticats back?
Well, one thing that I think you have to complement that all with, and to make the answer yes, is that
sounds like a maybe.
Well,
probably.
There's all, yeah. I mean, really, again, quality of opposition we have to take care of. But this is about the Ticats themselves, and the offense, as you correctly pointed out, all game, the style of offense by first couple minutes of the third quarter was the same offense that Collaros was running, maybe with fewer plays, but the same thing. They started out, as you pointed out, so readily with a fairly balanced. I think their first ones, it was like 7 passes and 6 runs or something like that. And by the end, it was back to that 3-1, 4-1. If you want to see the ball, there's only one place it's going to be, and that's up there. And that, I think, is really important because that is the essence of this team, at least offensively.
And I think the biggest thing that this win does for this team, for this player in Matthews, is confidence. It returns them back. Not that they ever lost confidence, and they will say this up and down, that they always had confidence in Matthews, that Matthews always had confidence in himself. But the bottom line is you have to translate that confidence into wins, and wins that makes everybody feel better. And I think they are feeling better about themselves after this game.
I think so, and I agree with you. They won't say lack of confidence, but Jeff did use the phrase monkey off his back. Right? So that's the sort of reverse of the confidence thing. Yeah, I mean, of the way we say confidence, he was saying it in the same way in football talk.
Make sure you check out Saturday's Spectator for my story and Steve's column, and 3 Down Nation for all the up-to-the-minute CFL news. Reporting from Tim Hortons Field with Steve Milton, I'm Drew Edwards.